Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to make a tutorial on how to get a metal tone out of your Boss GX-100. Okay, so basically what I have here, I already have here in the preset number U033 written metal tone, but this is actually nothing. There's a bunch of things here, but what I did was going to write and initialize. So when you initialize, you get this sort of not blank canvas, but you get this tone. And the only thing here acting is the divider, okay? So you have high gain amp and a natural amp. So what I'm gonna do is get rid of the divider first. I don't want a divider in this case. I'm gonna get rid of this amp because we already have a amp there. Two noise suppressors, I don't need that as well. I'm gonna move this to the beginning of my chain because that's what I want it to be. I'm not going to need a wah pedal as well. This goes away as well. So basically you guys can see I'm throwing away everything. Delay goes away and reverb goes away. I wish when you initialize would be like that, like this, something like this would be preferable. What I'm gonna do now is put that amp here, probably. No, I can't put it there, so it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do is grab a booster here or an overdrive and put it first and turn it off. Noise suppressor is here. I can make already some adjustments to the noise suppressor the way I like it. And after this, what I would like to put here is an EQ. So I'm gonna try to find here my EQ. So I'm gonna throw in here a parametric EQ, and probably, I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but I'm gonna put here a reverb, but I'm going to disengage it for now, okay? And the parametric EQ is doing nothing right now. I'm playing with this Gibson SG. Lately I'm playing a lot of this guitar because it has a huge tone to it. Now the amp is up to you. There's a lot of amps you can choose here. I like this Recti stack. Bridge stack also gives you a great metal tone. But let's stay with this XI gain amp for now. And there's a bunch of controls here. You can also have your impulse responses. I have here some of mine, but I'm gonna stick with the original, okay? So the sound we have right now on the bridge pickup not bad at all. So what I'm gonna do here first is increase the gain of the amp a little bit more. So probably I'll need to back it off a little bit because of the overdrive. And when I do this, certain frequencies pop out, especially on the high-end spectrum. Regarding bass, middle, and treble, I'm not going to touch it for now. I'm going into the overdrive. I'm going to get my tube screamer that I love. Let the level here. This pedal doesn't really work like the original pedal. Well, it will take all the drive and put the level maxed out. No, because you get lots of distortion. Let's compare it without it. And now with it engaged. So you see there's plenty of distortion, especially for a rhythm track. You don't want too much distortion, okay? Now, the gain is on middle here. I'm going to increase a little bit the bass. Decrease a little bit the mids, not too much. I don't want the tone to sync in a mix. I'm going to engage the presence that was off. I'm going to put it high like this. I'm going to see how it sounds. Okay, a little bit brighter, which is good. Now you have sag and resonance. You probably already know what this means. The sag has to do with the compression of the amp. I'm going to put it in -5. That's my preferred setting. And resonance is, if you do it like this, you have lots of high end. If you put it like this, you get sort of a blanket on top of the speaker. So I like to put it like this to reduce some harshness. I might need it. This is of course all personal preferences, but this works great for me. Direct mix, you don't touch that. Now you can choose different type of mics. Let's just play a chord. totally flat. I'm going to go with that M57 because I think it's worked great here, and the mic distance as well. This can be handy for some tones, but not this one. So we want it short, and now your mic position will also affect a lot your tone. One in your face kind of tone. And you put it further away, all the high end goes away. So let me start with it by 3 centimeters. Okay, put it like 2 and see what happens. Okay, I think I prefer this one. Not necessarily 1 or totally center, because that will be very harsh when we start adding some more stuff. Now, it is what it is. Level it's like this. Let's go into our overdrive and engage it and see how it sounds right now. As you can see, the overdrive also engages a little bit of the highs. So what I'm going to do is first experiment with the tone and take a bit, so see how it sounds. I don't want to muddy the tone. If I put it the other way around. Now this is cool because you can put it like this. I like to put it around 10 and then compensate for whatever thing you might not like it here. And one of the first things that I do is going to flat and put this around 60 because you really don't need those sub frequencies. Without it. And what I mean you don't need it unless you're playing alone is in the context of a mix, you'll have to bypass it to give room for the kick and the bass. Now the flat, let's go to high cut. This is where things start getting a little bit nasty. Sometimes I use it like in 5 kilohertz, 5000. But with this guitar, around 8 to 10 will sound probably good. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it like this. Now what I'm gonna do here is cut a little bit of the 600K. So I'm gonna take like 2 decibels for now. Make it heavier. When you cut something, immediately in the mid-range, you'll hear a bump on the high end. It's always like that. Sometimes you don't need to boost, you need to cut in order to hear another frequency. And this time I'm gonna cut like around 10 just to see how it sounds. This is too much, of course. Totally gets lost. Then you have the Q factor. I could put it like this. So it's very narrow here, very narrow. I don't want it narrow, I want it open. A cut, wide cut. Still there's something here that is bothering me, and I'm gonna put like this and swipe the high mid gain. I'm gonna put it. Let me cut a little bit of this. Now it's in 16, so it's very narrow. Yeah, I think this frequency here around 315. It was really a bit annoying, so I cut a lot. Now I'm going to increase a little bit the low gain, and let's check out about without it. And now we lost some volume, which is totally normal. So I'm going to increase just 2 decibels here on the level, and we'll go back to my amp. Now I don't need so much presence with all those moves in the parametric EQ. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more of the mids and increase a little bit the treble, or increase a lot to see what happens. Too much treble, but it could be fine to cut in a mix, you know. But right now, for my taste, it sounds good like this. Okay, now let's engage a little bit more. Let's put this on high gain to see what happens. So it gives much more power to the amp, so I'm gonna put it like in high gain and reduce the gain here. There's still some fizziness, so I'm gonna get rid of it by putting the mic position around 5, probably. Oh, much better right now. So I think it's everything okay. Noise reduction, it's fairly high. Sounding good to me. Let's go to the Toushscreen again and see if we can reduce this, put it clockwise just to see what happens, the tone. Much closer, and if you do that you have to compensate on the amp. So I'm gonna try to do that right now, see what happens, increase the presence a little bit further. I think I prefer it like this, to put it on the amp instead of the pedal. Take a little bit of treble. Take a little bit more of the mids, just a little bit. And now I'm going to parametric EQ and see if everything is like I do. Let me cut just here a little bit more, see what happens. No, it totally gets lost. So I'm gonna put it in flat first. Some of you guys might prefer to hear it like this. I prefer to cut a little bit. Around 10 I think will be ideal. It's a heavy tone, not necessarily like a doom or a very heavy tone, but what I'm going to do here, as you guys notice, I got a little bit more here, around 4 decibels. And I widen up the Q. I'm going to the Toushscreen and engage more gain here. I think it's sounding pretty cool right now. Now the reverb, what I could do here, it's a small hall, like 1.6 seconds. It gives you the feeling that you're playing live. My camera is dying, so bear with me because the battery is clicking red. So if it goes down, you still have the picture from Boston Studio for the GX-100. Alright, so let's put this around just a little bit. Around this. And I cut it a lot. And low cut it a lot. It's just a presence thing, a little bit. Okay, I think it sounds pretty good. The camera is almost dying. I'm gonna write this one down. Metal tone. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going really fast right now because it's blinking red and will go down in any moment. And it takes time to write the patch. I want to share it with you. Now you can change to the different amp. And if you want me to do this same tutorial with different amp, let me know in the comments. I'm going fast because the camera is really going down. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!